We've all heard the phrase, right? Our people are our greatest asset. But what really happens when that asset decides to walk out the door? Today, we're going to dig into corporate training and show you why it might just be the most powerful and secret weapon you have for building a truly unstoppable organization.
So let's start with a question that probably keeps a lot of managers up at night. You pour time, money, and energy into your team, and then your absolute rock stars, they leave. It's frustrating. It's a huge disruption, and as we're about to see, it is ridiculously expensive.
Get a load of that number, 200%. That's what some studies say it can cost to replace a single salaried employee. And listen, we're not just talking about a recruiter's fee. This is lost productivity, it's the time it takes for a new hire to get up to speed, it's the strain it puts on the entire team. It is a massive financial blow.
Okay, so let's break that down a little more. The real cost of turnover. Because it goes so much deeper than just writing a check for a replacement. The true damage is often hiding in plain sight.
Here's the absolute heart of the problem. When an employee you've trained leaves, your entire investment in them just walks right out the door. All that training, the mentorship, the priceless knowledge they have about how your company actually works, poof, it's gone. You're not just filling a vacant spot. You're starting over from scratch.
But what if you could slow that revolving door? What if there was a better way? Well, this is where corporate training comes in and completely flips the script. It stops being a line item expense and turns into this incredible engine for growth.
First off, let's be super clear about what we mean here. Corporate training is not about some random, boring workshop that everyone has to sit through. It's a strategic, systematic process. It's about building the specific skills your people need to hit the company's biggest goals.
So the most obvious benefit, number one, is just plain skill enhancement. Good training makes your people better at their jobs. It sharpens the tools they already have and gives them new ones, making your whole team more capable.
And what happens when skills improve? You guessed it. Productivity goes way up. It just makes sense, right? People who know what they're doing work faster, they make fewer mistakes, and the quality of their work is just better. It's a straight line from learning to earning.
Now this one might surprise you. Training can actually save you money. Seriously, think about it. Safety training? That means fewer costly accidents. Training on a more efficient process? That cuts down on waste and saves time. It's not an expense, it's an investment that pays you back.
And the benefits aren't just internal. Your customer-facing employees, they are your brand to the rest of the world. When they're confident and well-trained, they create amazing experiences for your customers, which builds loyalty and drives that repeat business that every company needs to survive.
Okay, so we've seen the operational benefits, but now let's zoom out to the big picture. Because when you do this right, training isn't just a nice to have, it becomes your ultimate competitive advantage. Think about this for a second. Your competitors, they can copy your product, they can copy your marketing, they can even buy the same technology you use. But the one thing they cannot easily duplicate, the unique collective knowledge and skill of your people. That is your fortress. This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? It's a secret weapon precisely because it's invisible to the outside world. While your competitors are focused on what they can see, you're busy building an unbeatable advantage from the inside out.
Okay, so at this point, you're probably sold on the why. But what about the how? How do you actually create training that delivers on all these promises? Well, let's get practical and look at the blueprint.
Now listen, this is where so many companies go wrong. They jump straight to making the course. But the real foundation, the most critical step, isn't the content, it's the diagnosis. You have to start with something called a training needs analysis to figure out what the actual problem is. If you skip this, you're just guessing.
And this analysis follows a really clear four-step path. First, you define the business goal. What are you trying to fix? Second, you identify who's involved, the stakeholders. Third, you go out and gather data. And fourth, you analyze that data to find the root cause of the performance gap.
So how do you gather that data? Well, you have a whole toolbox at your disposal. You can use broad tools like surveys, or you can go deep with one-on-one interviews and focus groups. You can even just watch people as they work, or review existing performance numbers.
All right, so you've done the analysis, you've delivered the training program. Now comes maybe the most important part of all. The big question, how do you know if it actually worked? Was it worth it?
Well, the industry gold standard for this is called Kirkpatrick's 4-level model. It's brilliant. Level 1 is just reaction. Did they like the training? Level 2 is learning.
Did they actually learn anything? Level 3 is behavior. Are they using it on the job? And the final boss, level 4, is results. Did this training actually impact the business?
And that final level, results, leads us right to the ultimate benchmark, return on investment, or ROI. This isn't some fuzzy feeling of success. It's a hard financial metric that compares the money you spent to the value you got back. And really, the goal looks like this. The bar representing your costs should be dwarfed by the bar representing your benefits, whether that's more revenue or big cost savings. A positive ROI is the ultimate proof that what you did actually worked.
So we want to leave you with this one last thought. After everything we've looked at, the huge cost of turnover on one side and the incredible return from development on the other, the question isn't really, can we afford to train our people? The real question you should be asking is, can we really afford not to?